Hey, Ari, this is Todd. You said something about making a video. I might go back and do one for like my YouTube channel, but this is Google AI Studio. I cannot remember how I discovered it, probably a couple years ago maybe, and found that it was like really heavy hitting type of thing and you could kind of do more. And one of the things I did early on with it was refine prompts. I've heard some people, very smart people, say, hey, you can ask ChatGPT if there's an issue with this prompt and create it better, etc. I have done that with Google AI Studio a lot. The only thing is it doesn't respond quite as fast as like Gemini or Claude or a Chat GPT or whatever. Those are almost instantaneous, and this takes a little bit. This really heavy machinery behind it. So what they have done over a period of time is create. You have Playground, like you can actually play. Early on, I would actually do Nano Banana. I discovered it in Google AI Studio. So I would play with it. I actually haven't played with all this. There is image generation here, which is using Nano Banana, real time voice and video with Gemini Live. I didn't tried that, so I don't really know everything that could be done. For instance, I have a book, a very short book, and some people have talked about me doing an audio book for it, and I haven't taken the time to do it. And honestly, there's a part of me that's really lazy and just says I want to clone my voice and 11 labs or somebody to do it for me. But they said, oh no, your voice would be better, it'd be more authentic. Okay. Video generation, I haven't done that really in Google AI Studio. Maybe I have, I don't know, but I can't remember. Anyway, I played around with all this stuff early on, and then I discovered you could do apps. I still don't know everything there is to know, but I have created a number of almost all of them are in production. So if you see here, like those are all production apps. And so it gives you a gallery, I guess, that you can see what other people have done and remix or adjust it for your own self, and then with tags. So it's kind of cool. But then there's your apps, and it gives you this very benign list looking thing. But so I have created a number of stuff that's mostly in production mode. I think I've deployed one app, and it was this remarkable content learning assistant on Netlify. And most of these are me experimenting, a whole lot of experimenting. But let me open up one that I was working on this morning so you can see what it looks like on the inside. And it takes a moment to build the app, and then you'll see the UI. And this one actually, I kept adding stuff to it, and I might have to like throw it out and start fresh. It's fine because I was experimenting. So this is a brand DNA excavator that I was working on, where you take everything that someone has, like somebody like Ross who's traveling all the time and doesn't have time. Say if you want to excavate, this would not be Ross because you guys have really good brand. But if you have like this messy middle, you know, it's in audio, video, transcripts, copy, whatever. You should be able to ingest those artifacts. There's upload feature, and then there's a paste links feature. And then when you put all that in there, you click the run engine. I'm going to show you what it looks like in full screen. So you put the information in here and you hit run engine, and it will produce, it has an output, which I have tweaked, which gives like basic elements of brand DNA, what I call brand DNA, and a few little to use things. Here's some value proposition, here's some headline ideas, etc. So it's kind of cool that I can do this. It's essentially vibe coding. It builds on the back end for me. I just tell it what I want. Clearly this one went a little bit sideways because what I tried to do was not working at the end like I wanted it to, so I might have to scrap it or go back to the beginning or something. But it's not deployed, so it's not a big deal. And so what I did is I ended up creating a gem to do this, but this is a better option because it can handle more files. So I need to get it squared away. So it's one of these things, like if you have clients, you know, they got to get started on content and you need all this brand DNA stuff, and they don't really have time to answer your questions, but you can gather up all the artifacts. You would give it to me. I would put it into the system, and it would generate your brand DNA and give you some things to work with. And part of it is the front end of something I'm working on called the web copy system. So I spend my days doing this stuff, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. I enjoy doing it, but getting that out there. So yeah, it's one of those things that if you had some clients that needed this kind of thing, but they didn't have the brand DNA, we could extract that from the information. And that's kind of what this is for. So anyway, that's what the one of the little apps that I've created. Again, these are in production. One of the ones I did, which was really cool for a friend of mine, I created basically, it's a show notes excavation app. So you should be able to put the MP3 file in there. It excavates the transcripts fairly clean, and then some show notes, which I haven't updated it, but I thought it was pretty cool. I played around with that the other night. So again, there's a lot of stuff I hadn't even done, but I wanted to show it to you. So anyway, if you have questions, let me know.